My younger brother just got his first turntable. He's never collected vinyl before, and he's asked me for some tips. If you're like him, you've probably been a little bit nervous about not having the vast knowledge a seasoned collector like myself has. You're probably also a little bit worried that you might be overspending on the albums you do buy. What do? Well, this video is for you. Here I am going to recount the 5 things that you need to know when buying records online or even offline at record stores, regardless of whether you are starting a new collection or moving into buying in the digital space. These tips are for finding the right albums, getting the best deals, and scoring some awesome records. Are you ready to get started? Let's do it. Number 1, know your want list. Whether you're popping into your favorite or some random record store on a whim or perusing the online store or marketplace, it helps to know what it is that you want in your collection. I recommend using a site like Discogs to create your want list. Familiarize yourself with this site, Discogs.com. You can think of it as like a Wikipedia for albums. In addition to having a vast community of users who are constantly adding in new releases and variations of existing releases, it allows you to add items that you own into your own personal collection. And you can create a want list of items you'd like to get someday. Do both of these things. Now, I mentioned variations just now. That brings me to my second tip. Number 2, know your variants. You can think of a variant as an alternate version of an album. It's pressed to CD, it's pressed to vinyl, it's pressed to cassette. There are multiple versions of each of those. Depending on the release, the variant likely matters a lot. Do you want a reissue or an original pressing? Do you want the black vinyl version or the limited edition color variant? Knowing precisely the version you want to add to your collection will facilitate helping you make that buy decision. Variants come in all shapes, sizes, colors, and you guessed it, prices. An original pressing may cost hundreds of dollars, whereas a brand new run-of-the-mill black vinyl version may just run you $20 brand new. And the original pressing can be beat to hell. I mean, just check out my video on the Sonics. Speaking of money, number 3, know your budget. Interest in vinyl has caused significant increases in prices over the past decade. In fact, 2022 was the first year since 1987 where vinyl outsold CDs. Knowing what you're willing to pay for everything you want on your want list is crucial if you're like me and you pick up records on the regular. Other factors go into knowing your budget. As you buy more and more records, you'll start to develop kind of a little bit of a sixth sense in terms of what is a good deal, what is not a good deal, and what you are actually willing to spend for a record. I always take this next tip to heart. Number 4, know the competition. Even if I find a record within my budget, I always shop around. I'll start by looking at average prices on the release page on Discogs itself. After all, they give you this information at the variant level. Then I'll check prices across multiple other sites, including Discogs, what's currently listed on that variant's page, and other variants like it if I'm not specific to which variant I want. I'll look on Amazon, I'll look on eBay, and I'll even peruse shops like Rough Trade, label sites like Sub Pop, or even a band's Bandcamp page if it's a newer release. I do all of this before making a decision whether and where to buy. Pro tip, I always factor in tax and shipping when comparison shopping online as well. As an Amazon Prime member, I get free shipping, but sellers on Amazon Marketplace don't always price things competitively. So do beware of that. And speaking of using this for online buying, note that I also do comparison shopping while I'm out in the wild. If I visit a record shop, sometimes I'll pop open my Discogs app and see what the going rate is, as well as the average pricing over the past 10 sales. That information, like I said, Discogs gives you right on their app and right on their website. All of this brings me to my fifth and final tip. Number 5, know your cart value. I love this one. If you hit a certain threshold, some retailers on sites like Discogs and eBay eliminate shipping charges. Even if they don't, adding a second or third record to your order usually decreases the shipping cost per record. And that can move a record from being outside your budget limit to within it. Know your want list. That comes right into play here, and we circle right on back to the beginning. If you know your want list, you can add an item to your cart if that seller has one for sale. Now, if you are a longtime collector and you've made it this far, I want to know, out of these 5 tips, which ones do you use? And are there any others that you follow as well? Let me know down in the comments. For those of you who are brand new, let me know what your first record is. Mine was Built to Spill's Keep It Like a Secret, which I just talked about right here. I am Andy, and I will see you next time.